Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this replay in the T37, the new Tier 6 American light tank. I say new, it's been a patch now, but this is on the line that eventually builds up to the M41 Walker Bulldog at Tier 7, and then the T49 at Tier 8, and then you can move on to the auto-loading line if you so wish. Now, this tank is not fully upgraded. It's basically stock. The only thing that's upgraded on it at the time of playing this is that the as I owned the old Chaffee, this is actually the top gun from the old Chaffee, which is the second gun on this machine. Now, so first thing that's not in my favour, and I'm about to have a bit of a pants on head moment. First thing that's not on my favour is that the tank's not fully upgraded. Second thing, dirt moment. Whoops. Bad driving on my part. Second thing that's not in my favour, my crew is not 100%. Third thing that's not in my favour, this is a city map, and light tanks, generally speaking, don't like city maps. But there is one thing in my favour, the matchmaking is pretty darn lovely. This is a Tier 6 light tank, so it will see Tier 7 to 9 games. This is technically a Tier 7 game, but there's only one Tier 7 on each side. It's a little bit worrying that our Tiger P is not fighting it out for the hill, which is why I'm currently driving up toward the hill to try and help them out. But having seen what we've got up there and what they've got up there, I quickly changed my mind. You know, a light tank does not do well in a straight-up fight. It just doesn't. There we go. Now, I'm still currently pondering about trying to help them fight up there, but it's just not going to work. It's a terrible idea. So I back off. The hill is probably going to be lost. They have more forces up there. Instead, I'm not rushing over to the cap circle. This is an encounter game. Obviously, we're on Himmelsdorf. And, you know, the caps counter takes a while to go up, so I'm not just going to rush over there and start capping. I don't think that's a particularly good use of my time or tank. But I am going to try and make a nuisance of myself, initially by pouring fire into this AMX-12T. One shot into him, second shot tracks him, third shot does damage, and someone, A43, the guy I had a close encounter with earlier on, finishes the fellow off. Scoreline is currently 5 kills apiece. And I'm just kind of pondering where to go and what to do. Yeah, they killed a guy, one of our guys who was next to the cap circle, and the enemy team is now capping. But again, I'm not going to immediately head over there. Now, I was pondering at the time whether it would be worth coming up behind the enemy team who are on the hill. But looking at it, we only have one tank remaining on the hill. He's about to die, I think. So I don't think there's much mileage in going up behind those fellows on the hill. I think if I do, they're just going to turn around and shotgun me in the face. So instead, I'm trying to look for opportunities to flank people. Now, there's a heavy tank and a medium tank at B3 who are engaging one of our heavies. And so I'm thinking about coming up behind them, lay in some flanking fire, and hopefully make them regret their life decisions. I also spot out their artillery, who I polish off. So that's kill number 1. Artillery isn't the most useful tank type on a city map, but it's a nice kill nonetheless. I'm not exactly going to complain. VK3001H, sure, he may be a bottom tier machine, but it's still worth taking him out. Those tanks get access to pretty dangerous guns, and we're currently 10-8 the better. Now, most of the enemy team are currently sitting on the hill. People have suggested capping. I am going to drive into the cap circle. I'm not decided yet whether I'm actually going to try and cap this game out. I was thinking at the time, probably not. But it makes the enemy team move. It makes them do something. It makes them come to you. And generally speaking, if you are the one defending, typically you have an advantage. You're going to be the one who gets the shot off first. You're aimed. All this jazz. So, the looks is saying, or cap all to end them, blah, 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 blah. In this situation, a lot of people, as indeed our team is doing, would just sit in the cap circle. Is that a good idea? Well, if it were a standard game, possibly. But it's encounter. The cap circle goes up at half the speed. Sorry, the cap counter goes up at half the speed. And that means that there's opportunities for the enemies to come down and give you a jolly good kicking. And if you're all in one place, They can surround you and you can get kicked from multiple directions. We have a heavy tank, our KV-85, sitting at B4. So I'm going to get some warning if the enemy team comes from that direction. If they come from the south, which it looks like they're doing, it could be slightly more problematic. So I put a shot into that VK and then I try and move. Put another shot into that VK, but we've lost one of the people who are capping. Put a shot into the KV-85, and I will be honest, I mean, I never thought we were going to win this game by capping. But that looks even less likely now. We then lose our T37, and we're now a tank down, which is not great. Put another shot into the KV-85. Su-85 polishes him off, leaving the scoreline at 11 kills to 11. Tank Destroyer Su-100 has come up behind our KV-85. I take a shot. I mean, I was thinking of moving out the cap circle anyway, but that pretty much makes up my mind. We're not going to win this game by capping. The enemy team has reset me, they've reset most of us, so what am I doing? Come up behind this Su-100. He's dangerous, he has a big old nasty gun. And he's on low health, so this should be a fairly quick and efficient kill. He's down. Panther's over there, decent next target, he's rears to me, one shot in, and polish him off, kill number 4. The enemy has a VK, who we know is on low health. Enemy T37 is saying, well done to me. VK, who we know is on low health, and a Churchill, who is somewhere. We have me, and a Jumbo, who's packing the 105mm derp gun. So it's fairly close. I mean... Oh, there's the Churchill. Oh dear, right, we're going to deal with this VK first. I'm loading APCR because I don't know which way he's going to be facing. He puts a shot into me, taking out my ammo rack. I bounce on him, but I managed to put the second shot in to kill him. I'm now on 120 health, which means I'm a one-shot for that Churchill, but we outnumber that Churchill. So, I'm trying to get this Jumbo to move and help me. You know, we're not going to win this by capping. We're just not. We need to kill this guy. And I'm trying to draw our Jumbo's attention to the fact that the Churchill's round here, and we need to tag team him from both sides. That's the only way we're going to win this. In a one-on-one fight, that Churchill will kill either of us. We need to not make it a one-on-one fight. He has the health advantage, and he has the damage output advantage, if we're going to be honest. So, there he is, and he's not looking this way, so I'm going to take advantage of his rear. That sounds a little bit dodgy. There's one shot in. Can I put in a second shot before he turns round? Yes, I can. And then I back off because I am a one-shot for him. Now, I just brought the Churchill's HP range much closer to what ours is, but he still has the HP advantage. One-on-one fight with the Jumbo, he should still win. Now, the Jumbo has armour, you could argue, so the Jumbo could bounce shots. The Churchill also has armour, but if the Jumbo keeps firing HE, he'll wear the guy down. Yeah, so you can kind of make the case either way, but regardless, I'm going to come up behind the fellow and not make it a one-on-one fight, because one-on-one fights are for chumps. There's two shots in. Churchill is now looking in my general direction, still looking in my direction, and now he's turning his turret, so I'm trying to get the Jumbo to go because he can take a hit. The enemy T37's telling us we're playing a good game, so well done to him. And the Jumbo finishes off the Churchill, and that's the game. And I was actually quite proud of that game because, you know, there are a lot of factors working against us. Light tank, city map, not a good combination. Don't have a 100% crew. Don't have a fully upgraded tank. The only thing in our favour was that it was very nice matchmaking, and generally speaking in these games you need something in your favour in order to work with. You need something to work with. You need something to be able to do the job. And in the end, we managed to work with that Sherman. He was a little bit reticent at times. I thought he could be a bit more aggressive. But nonetheless, we managed to be fast, be mobile, even though, you know, stock engine, I think it was. Stock suspension, unless the engine carries over from the chassis, I honestly can't remember. We still managed to make that work. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. And I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.